Welcome back everyone to Construction Week's series ExpoTalks, where we bring you the latest exclusives from the Commissioner Generals, directors, architects, and contractors straight from the Expo 2020 pavilions. For our second episode, we bring you the Investment Corporation of Dubai, or better known as the ICD Pavilion, a see-through structure made from organic bamboo, allowing the passage of light and movement that invites visitors to enter through an audio-visual waterfall. As part of the Investment Corporation of Dubai, and being one of the largest construction companies in the region, ALEC has played a lead role in developing the Expo 2020 site, delivering pavilions for the three of the GCC's most prestigious countries with designs that set new benchmarks for the global construction industry. Against this backdrop, ALEC CEO Kez Taylor is keen to share unparalleled insights into what it has taken to bring the Expo to life and the incredible experiences that visitors can expect, particularly from the ICD Pavilion. Right here, right now, at ExpoTalks. Hi Kez, good morning. Welcome to the Construction Week Spotlight. How are you doing today?
It's very nice to be here.
That's great. It's really good having you back in our offices ahead of the highly anticipated Expo 2020 Dubai. So could you just please tell us your initial thoughts about the world's largest cultural event?
Look, I think people are going to be totally blown away. We've been very fortunate to be part of 22 amazing projects at the Expo. And the whole theme is about really connecting minds, creating the future. So people from all over the world are going to gather. It's going to be over a 6-month period. We're all really excited about it. And literally, people are going to be amazed.
That's great. I think we're all looking forward to finally bringing the community together, exchanging those ideas, because we've had a very difficult, isolating period in the past couple of years. So I think Expo will be extra special this year. Now, I think that all great things start off with an idea, a pen and a paper, and this is exactly your case. So could you just walk us through the process of bringing the design from a rough sketch to life and what this means to you?
Yeah, so on the ICD Pavilion, Ahmed Al-Khatib, he's responsible for all delivery of the Expo. And I spoke to him, it was probably about a year ago, and I asked him, if there is a site available that, we'd very much like to partake. And he came and he spoke to us around about 3-4 months ago, and he said, look, there's a site that's available, and what we got to try and do is do something that is going to be very natural, it's going to be outdoors, and we got to do something that's different and very inviting for guests that are actually going to walk past. So we had a very short time frame. We wanted to do something unique, and what we then figured out is we really thought that bamboo as a material would be a fantastic material for us to work with. So it's fast growing, it's a very sustainable material, it's flexible, it's strong, and we then went to Icaria, who are our creatives out of Spain, and we'd worked with them on mobility as well as some other pavilions. And we went to them and we said, look here, we want it to be meandering, we want it to be natural, we want it to be park-like, and people must be drawn into the pavilion. So we came up with a very creative design. The challenge we had is that all of this had to be designed and constructed at a super fast pace. Mm-hmm. We then got the bamboo installers out of Bali, and I think what we've created a pavilion that is definitely unique and really nice.
That's definitely right. I would like to just mention the little animal kingdom which was present inside the bamboo structure.
Yeah, we were actually quite honored that while we were busy with the construction, even with the noise going on, etc., is that
you've had the little birds make their habitat there.
Yeah, they actually flew over the Expo, and our first bird decided that it's going to nest within our bamboo structures. We were quite chuffed with that.
I could completely see a new headline, ALEC Fit Out forming new habitats. So I think, let's hope we're going to have a bit more baby birds there as well.
Creating homes.
Exactly. You're going to have a little zoo. Okay, now moving on to the theme of the pavilion. So could you please just tell us a little bit about the theme of the ICD Pavilion, as well as the construction and experiences in the pavilion and how that complements that theme?
Yeah, so I think, we wanted to create this welcoming park-like bamboo structure with a journey. And, if we think of ICD, so ICD are the Investment Corporation of Dubai, and they're the sovereign wealth fund of Dubai as well. And all the investments in the companies that they're involved in are pretty much woven into the fabric of life here in Dubai. Mm-hmm. So we are also owned by ICD, but companies like Emirates Airlines, Fly Dubai, a lot of the banks, One and Only, Kerzner, Atlantis, all of these great companies are owned by ICD. And what we wanted to represent in the bamboo structure, the way that we've put it together, it's almost like a woven nest. Mm-hmm. So it's intertwined, interlinked, and all the ICD businesses are really woven into the fabric of people's lives in Dubai and the UAE.
So the UAE and Expo 2020 have placed immense importance on sustainability and energy efficiency. So I would like to ask you, how does the ICD Pavilion raise the standards in terms of sustainable construction?
Yeah, so one of the things that we're going to be exhibiting at the ICD Pavilion is a modular 3-bedroom townhouse, as well as a studio student apartment, as well as a 1-bedroom apartment. And traditional construction, we see that being disrupted moving into the future. And what we need to do is we're going to be manufacturing these homes in a factory environment, in a controlled environment. It'll take us 9 days to produce one of these units. Mm-hmm. And then that unit can then get put on a truck, put on a ship, and in theory transported anywhere in the world. The advantage of that is that the amount of waste that you generate in that process is minimal. Mm-hmm. And the kind of construction techniques that we use mean that it's very energy efficient. And one of the challenges that we have in construction is that a lot of waste gets generated on site during the process. We're going to be eliminating that to a large degree. So we see modular construction as a way of the future.
Yeah. Quite a lot of advantages as well in modular construction. And I mean, Dubai aims to increase, I think, the share of clean energy by 29% and in the overall emirate by 30% by the end of 2030. So I think any act of sustainability in general is always great to help out, and especially in events like this when you're under the spotlight. So speaking about modular construction, I would like to ask you, this pavilion was constructed during a very difficult time period, obviously, in terms of maintaining precautionary measures, ensuring health and safety and all of that. So could you just briefly touch upon that?
Yeah, so I think one of the things that we were pretty happy about, we actually spoke to government about this. We asked them, please don't shut construction down, because if you shut it down, I mean, everybody gets negatively affected, the businesses, the individuals, and everyone else. So we were quite fortunate that in the UAE, construction kept open. And what we did, we ran it a bit like a military kind of a setup, where we had a control setup at our head office. We then had centers on all of our projects, all of our camps where our people lived. And what we realized we had to do was the minute we had an incident or an event or we had a case of COVID, we had to react pretty quickly. So the kind of things that we would do, we allocated people in set positions on transportation within buses. Mm-hmm. If somebody was affected, we knew which work groups they worked in, where they sat on the bus. So there are a lot of, I'd say, controls that we put in place that enabled us to react pretty well.
All right, it's great to hear that the ICD Pavilion has extensive provisions to ensure, an acceptable and safe working environment at Expo at the end of the day. Now, ALEC, I think, is well known to everyone in the industry for adoption of technology and fully integrated BIM solutions and workflows. So could you briefly just share the challenges maybe that you faced during construction and then you solve them through BIM technology?
Yes, I think the big advantage of BIM is that, it's a platform that everyone comes into, and you can basically, on the ICD Pavilion, what we were creating not normal shapes and forms. So in doing that, through a BIM model, we had to then take the BIM model, which would come from our creatives through Icaria. We had to take those BIM models and then we had to turn those into reality physically on site with the weavers that we brought out from Bali. So, and if you look at the image, the 3-dimensional BIM image, and you look at the reality of what we've created, I think they're identical actually.
Crazy. It looks very unrealistic, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's great to hear how you use technology in your construction. Now, going beyond the industry's, let's say, current prefabrication capabilities, how will the full-scale modular capabilities of Link, which I believe will be present ICD Pavilion, let's say, merge gaps within the market?
Look, I think one of the things when people talk about prefabrication, what immediately comes to mind is that it's not of a high standard, it's not of a good design, and it's not of a good quality. We want to change that perception. And I think when you come and have a look at our units that we're going to be exhibiting at the ICD Pavilion, we've used great interior designers to assist us in terms of the end product. So we're using LW Design. They often do top-end hotels, resorts, and we've worked with them a lot. So we use them in creating the interior designs of these units. And I think what we're demonstrating, if you come and have a look at the units, is that through the modular and our process, that we can create a superior product to conventional.
All right, thank you for that, noted. Although I can sit and talk to you the whole day about the ICD Pavilion, unfortunately our time is coming to an end. However, one final question for you. What will be your final message to the audience that's going to come and visit the ICD Pavilion?
Look, I think hopefully it's going to be welcoming. We don't have a door. We have
That's great news.
Yeah, we have an entrance path which is open into our bamboo structures and the beautiful landscaping that we've created there. And we're going to be exhibiting all of these various assets that are part of ICD, as well as the Link modular units. We're also going to be having a coffee shop and a Majlis area. So hopefully people are going to feel attracted to come in and enjoy it.
Check it out.
Yeah, we want people to interact, to enjoy it and feel welcome.
All right, thank you so much for today, Kez. It's always an honor having you here on the Construction Week screen, and best of luck to you at the opening of Expo, and I really hope to be having you soon again in our studio.
Hopefully we can welcome you at the ICD Pavilion.
I'll be happy to come.
Thank you.
My name is Mina, and thank you for joining me for yet another episode of Expo Talks. You know the drill. Make sure to like and comment your thoughts on today's episode, as well as subscribe to our website for more exclusive content. See you soon with more insights from the world's largest cultural event. And remember, we're connecting minds and creating the future. Enjoy your day.